Let's be honest guys, most of you are not here to learn of your wrongdoing. In fact, I'm pretty sure that a good portion of y'all is sitting back like, oh yeah, I can't wait for that foreign sounding guy to tell me that I'm doing everything right. Reality is that proper judgment of one's skill level is something that is not very common in the Overwatch community, and I can't even blame any of you. You know, in other games, when you mess up, then the game is gonna let you know, big time. But Overwatch keeps trying so hard to just have people feel good about themselves, which is honestly really bad for its competitive community, and that really clouds their judgment when it comes to what is actually the most productive thing they can do to have a good ladder experience. Entitlement aside, today we are going to talk about 3 wrong ways of approaching ranked play that probably cost you a lot of potential wins on a regular basis. Now without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 1, the just one more time mentality. You know what I love about this point? It is applicable to so many things, it's almost ridiculous. It often has something to do with a lack of priorities, or more so not being able to assign priorities in a more effective way. Let's take a few examples here. I almost have my ultimate, just one more life and I'll switch. You know, sometimes it makes sense to swap immediately rather than holding on to your ultimate. Obviously there are a lot of scenarios where it might or might not make sense, and I'd be a liar if I said I'd be able to list each and every one of them. But hey, it's not the first time I advised using your own brain rather than just listening to anything some stupid guy on the internet told you. Another example, just one more game and I'll stop, I just want to get my elo back. You know, depending on what kind of person you are, no, scratch that. If you are anything like me, you have that kind of thought when you are already tilted out of the window and beyond. Who does not hate ending an evening of rank play on a loss? But that just one more time mentality when we're angry often makes us lose more games than anything else. Playing when aggravated most of the time is a really bad idea. And I think this one is my favorite. I'll swap if I don't get a pick, followed by, oh, I got a pick, just one more, I swear I'll make it. I'm pretty sure you know which heroes I'm referring to here. There's something very annoying about players being so delusional that they think getting one pick every 4 minutes is enough participation on their side, or thinking that killing 2 after the teamfight is already lost has any sort of impact on the outcome of the match in their favor. Bottom line is that the just one more time mentality can harm your gameplay in many different ways. It often speaks for someone who got lazy in their thinking. They don't pay attention to things that would tell them that doing something else would make more sense. Or maybe they're simply hoping that trying one more time on something that already failed is going to help them win eventually. So don't ever narrow your vision like this. Always think about different ways of approaching a problem rather than saying just one more time. Number 2, the carry mentality. Big news, it's something I have preached over and over again, and yet one of the most discussed questions I see in a lot of comment sections relates to how they can get better at carrying. Which heroes are the best carry heroes? How can you get out of gold if your teammates refuse to be carried? How is anyone supposed to rank up if they can't carry? The carry mentality does not only make players lose matches, it makes them lose their minds. You know, in a lot of games, these questions are well justified. All my team does is uncontrollably feeding. They simply refuse to be carried. But Overwatch is not one such game. If you're saying something like, my team refuses to be carried, then that's more like saying, my team refuses to work around my delusional self that is under the impression that, with enough healing, I'm going to be able to frag the entirety of the enemy team all on my own. The carry mentality makes people play DPS when they're trash at it. The carry mentality makes people play heroes they have no idea how to play because they were told they have the most carry potential. And the carry mentality pushes players to become really, and I mean really, bad teammates. Do I need to explain why that is a bad thing in a team-based game? I hope not. We all get that feeling of, if only my team was a little better, I could have done more on a regular basis. But you're listing the issue yourself right here. If only my team was better. Your teammates are not something you can affect at the time of queuing up in solo queue. If you want to succeed and rank up, focus on the things you can control and not those that are out of your hand. Honestly, chances are that if you are stuck in your rating, there's something that you're doing wrong. And that something is not necessarily always your team. The best course of action is stop seeing yourself as one to be supported and instead try to work together with your team so you can support each other. Don't try to carry all the weight all on your own. And we're wrapping it all up with number 3, the meta mentality. Is anyone surprised? I mean, like, honestly surprised? We're not pro players. We don't have to give a damn about what these guys are running in their fancy tournaments, and yet, we do it every time. But it's not like it doesn't make sense. Players are trying to look at those who have proven to be the best at this game, and they want to learn from them. But this meta mentality does not come with wanting to learn why they do the things they do. Players are just looking for easy ways to rank up. And that is honestly something I really hate. Always just looking into increasing their rank, rather than looking for genuine improvement and a satisfying competitive experience. There are many reasons to hate that sort of mentality. It makes the game feel stale and boring. People get angry at you for playing something you prefer picking over their optimal meta heroes, and it causes a whole lot of unnecessary arguments. Now, it's not like I'm trying to fight the concepts of meta play here. I mean, meta heroes are just heroes that are popular on ladder because they've proven to be very effective at the current state in the game. There is nothing wrong with being aware of it. It is even advised. But reaching a point where everyone runs the same comp because it is literally the easiest, most simple way of playing the game and ranking up, like we've seen in Season 5, that's where it gets annoying. And of course, we players have the power to stop it by just playing something else, but what is that gonna do? At the end of the day, it is only reasonable to do your darnest to win. And if that means playing a comp that is meta because it's broken and easy, then that's gonna happen. But playing meta does not mean winning, particularly on ladder. Pro players have their preferred choices for min-maxing sake, but if we look at ourselves, we barely even mastered the game in half of its aspects and we're already worried about min-maxing? In most places on ladder, trying to enforce meta play when your team is not willingly picking those heroes up themselves with the confidence of being able to perform means losing. This point sure is a bit weird. I mean, the reason I would call this mentality wrong is because, for one, I think it makes playing the game more of a chore than an experience. And while in the games I play, following meta trends is often advised, because I am playing in an elo where players often deliberately practice meta picks to be able to min-max, my elo is not representative of the majority of your guys' experience. And if my community is also the comment section under other creators' videos or anything to go by, trying to enforce meta play in lower ratings often turns out to be a huge mess. At this point, I don't even know where I'm trying to go with this anymore. Meta play is boring, but it's not inherently wrong, and it makes sense in some places, but it doesn't make sense in other places. And you know what, just make of it as you will. Because this is me done for the day, so I talk about 3 wrong ways of approaching competitive play in Overwatch. If you enjoyed this mess of a video, then do let me know by dropping me a like on your way out. Interested in seeing more? YouTube claims that whatever is on the screen right now is scientifically proven to be a video you are remotely interested in, so check that out if you want. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to see you all next time.